I am here with an amazing speech and language therapist of SL Therapy, and she is going to talk to us about communication. And I know a lot of people are at home and they're worried about what to do with their child communication. So, hi Sarah, how are you?
Hello, morning, hi everybody. I'm Sarah Lyons. I am owner of SL Therapy London and consultant speech language therapist, and really happy to be here to share lots of free ideas and activities that you can be doing at home with your children during lockdown and then beyond, because then we'll be into summer holidays.
A lot of parents are very worried at the moment because parents are kind of concerned about what's happening, what to do with their child. I've spoken to parents and they're like, my child just wants to sit and concentrate. I have to do all these things. What activities would you suggest for parents to do with their child at home?
Okay, so let's start with strategies first, which are quite key to get embedded, and this is what we would do as part of our therapy sessions. If you're working with a young child, say 2, 3, maybe 4 years old, what works really well, and up to 10 years I can say this has never failed, is to have their own personalised cushion to sit on. So it could be a cushion with their name on it, or it could be a cushion that you find at home and then you decorate together. That could be another fun activity that you do. But it's a physical object that the child has to sit on to sit and concentrate. So it makes it a really concrete concept then of sit and listen. And you're not to move from a cushion, and we're going to sit here, and the cushion means that it's time to sit and to listen, which works really well. For older children, it might be useful to have visual prompts on the table, like flashcard type things, or to have it on an iPad in front of them as a visual timetable. That works really well. If your child has sensory needs as well, as many of the children that we work with do, maybe having a sensory bin or sensory bucket. This is really following on from Gina Davis' Attention Autism programme. Having a bin, you could use a shoebox or anything that you find around the house. You don't have to, everything that I suggest doesn't have to cost much at all, and all the items you probably have around the house already. And filling that toy up with sensory activities, maybe even just tin foil. Go to your kitchen cupboard, that foil can work the same. It's a slightly different texture, but it's the same concept. So let's be realistic. You might have wind-up toys that you use in the bath. That's what you could use as well for sensory play. Squeezy balls are really good. I think they're called mesh balls, and all the goo comes out. That's a real big favourite with our children. Bubbles, really simple. Sure, you've got some fairy liquid in the kitchen. So there are really, if you went into a room and had a look around, I'm sure right now any parent would be able to find at least 3 objects that would hold their child's attention that they hadn't thought of before.
I think that's great. It has so many different variety of ideas, and I really like how it's things that you can do at home. So it's things you can find in your cupboards. That's not really difficult for kind of anyone to do. So my question would be, how a lot of parents are kind of concerned about not being able to do enough with their child. What advice would you give in terms of that?
So what I advise, and what I'm very keen to hit home today, is that we are all in lockdown. You know, we can't go out, we can't do what, normal activities that we would do. So all the strategies and all the resources that I suggest can be found and done around the home. Here at SL Therapy London, we're very functional therapists anyway, so all the advice and homework, as it were, that we give is always very functional and is around activities that in a busy family household you can easily fit in. So it's not a question of, our therapist is coming tomorrow, we need to sit down and do the worksheets. What we do is fit in these tasks really easily into everyday life, which means that you at home now, all the time, 24/7, is a therapist's dream for you to work with your children, as far as we're concerned. And that can be done in lots of really simple ways. For example, key example is meal times. 3 times a day, there will be meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner. This is a brilliant time, at least 3 times a day, to practice a strategy that you might want to work on. It might be turn taking, so taking turns in a conversation. It might be practicing to slow down the child's rate of speech. That's a really clear time that you can be doing it. Another activity that you do twice a day with your child, brushing teeth, morning and evening. Again, 2 really clear indicators of the day to be practicing activities and tasks. But then beyond that, we go into daily activities that we're going to be doing. Cleaning, maybe, definitely cooking, and being in the household. So if we're working with a child to build up core vocabulary, and this can be a child from 2 all the way up to 15, developing their vocabulary skills, this can be done really functionally in activity such as cooking. You can be naming the ingredients, naming colours, looking at prepositions, in, on and under. You can be looking at verbs as well, stirring, pouring, all that language. That's at least 4 language targets there in one simple activity. And there's no worksheets. And I say to my families, there's no reading, there's no writing. It's simple communication strategies that can be done through a joyous activity. So they won't even know that they're practicing, which is what we want. We want it to become just ingrained into everyday life. And then as you as a parent, you've got enough going on at the minute, won't be worrying, oh, I need to practice that vocabulary strategy, and oh, we've got to do 5 verbs today. We'll do it naturally and functionally in one activity.
That is beautiful. I love how it's so practical, because a lot of parents will really benefit from that. Can you tell us again where to find you or where to find your company?
So my company is SL Therapy London. We have a website, www.sltherapylondon.com, or if you just type SL Therapy London into Instagram, Twitter or Facebook, we come up, and we have daily posts, activities and advice. But we also here offer a 15-minute free consultation service. So if you want to email or call us direct, and we can put you in touch with our therapists right now.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I'm sure many families will benefit from your free advice and information. Thank you.
Great to speak to you. Bye.
Bye.